Thank you, everyone. This is an incredibly special day for all of our fans, for the Blue Jay organization, really a historical moment. And when I think about what makes it so special, monumental for our organization, it's really through three lenses. Most importantly, first and foremost, our fans. They, over the course of Vlad's time with us, have embraced the joy and the passion which he brings to the ballpark with him every single time he takes to the field, which impacts our team and cements a bond really between our fans throughout the entire country. I thought about it. It's incredible to consider. You've got kids going off to Scott High School from coast to coast across the prairies wearing number 27 Blue Jays uniforms and jerseys today. And somewhere else across this country, you've got babies, little girls and boys being born that will grow up developing a love for baseball and a love for the Blue Jays through the lens of Vlad. Pretty incredible to consider that. Secondly, it's ownership. Thinking about, in particular, Edward, Tony Staffieri, their consistent support, investment, belief, involvement, in really a tireless effort to help bring a world championship to Canada. Throughout our entire time here, and maybe no more than this moment, their support, belief, and involvement has been overwhelming and incredible. And I hope our fans recognize how incredibly fortunate we are to have an ownership group like them. And finally, Vlad. This moment, you join a group of people like Tony Gwynn, Cal Ripken Jr., Derek Jeter, who not only have had incredible playing careers, but a chance to do that in one uniform, in one place, and impact Canadian sports history, Blue Jays history. Such a special opportunity for you and for all of our fans and for this organization. So incredibly grateful to be here today, grateful to Vlad, grateful to our owners, thankful and really happy for our fans. So thank you for this day to everyone. I'd like to turn it over to Edward Rogers.
Mark, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's watching, thank you for coming and sharing this special moment with Vlad. Vlad, it's an honor to have you here, your wife and daughter, your family, your extended family and friends. Thank you all for coming and sharing this special day. I wanted to thank Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, Tony Staffieri, and so many others that worked tirelessly to get this deal done. It's something we wanted to do from the very start. They're complex things, and Vlad, I appreciate you and your team and us getting this done. It's a historic deal for Canada and for this club, so thank you. 10 years ago, Vlad signed as a 16-year-old young man, an energetic, strong, fast player, and he grew into the potential that we all knew that he had. We're now signing a deal with truly a historic franchise player, and so excited that Vlad will not only have started as a Blue Jay, but play his entire career as a Jay and end his career here. So thank you for that very much. Rogers is very proud of the team that's here, what we built here. When we bought the club 25 years ago, we wanted to build an MLB franchise that was not just for Toronto, but for the nation. And today we're so pleased that we have 41 million fans, Vlad, that are standing shoulder to shoulder with you, rooting for you. And we have the most energetic and exciting fans in all of MLB. Literally from coast to coast, and it's extremely exciting. We're committed to winning. Toronto deserves a first-class team, a team that we're investing in that has the potential to reach and win the World Series and bring the World Series back to Toronto. We invested in the spring training facilities down in Florida, bringing it from probably the worst at the time to the very best for our players and our young and emerging players. We've invested over $400 million in the Rogers Center to have the best facility for Vlad, his teammates, and to increase and improve significantly the experience for our fans. Something we're very excited about. We've invested in this team, and today we're making a historical investment in a franchise player in Vlad. We want to win the World Series. I believe we're going to win the World Series. And today, signing this deal, we've increased our chances and stepped that forward with the signing of Vlad as the center of this team that we'll build around. So Vlad, thank you for choosing us, for being here, and we're so excited for the next 14 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward. I'd now like to turn it over to Ross for a few words.
Yeah, I just want to express gratitude as well to the team Guerrero, to Ray Praver and Scott Shapiro for the tireless work, a lot of energy and a lot of time spent over the years to get to this day is a very special moment. To Natalie and to Ryan and Gabby, it's been inspiring to see you by his side every step of the way, and we appreciate and welcome you to this family, or the continued welcome to this family. To internally, to John Schneider and Hector LeBron, Edwin Encarnacion, that had so much to do with us getting across the finish line here. To members of baseball operations and Mike Rove and Jeremy Reeser, from midnight calls to 8 a.m. calls to so many iterations of different potential deals to get here. It took a lot of time and energy. But most importantly, thank you to Vlad. It's an honor to be sitting here with you today to think about this journey from the early days with John Schneider and Cesar Martin and Danny Solano, that you began your time here, and to think that you will finish your time here is an honor to be a part of that. You are, the way you go about it is so good for baseball, and I'm so honored that it's going to continue to be so good for baseball as a Toronto Blue Jay. You make the game better every day, and the fact that it's going to continue in this uniform is very special. So all of our gratitude.
Thank you.
Let's get this signed. Are we at this point? Yeah, you guys okay with that? All right. Right there. Edward?
All right, you're with Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and Sportsnet. This is special coverage. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. officially signed a 14-year, $500 million contract with the Blue Jays.
And now, photographers, if you'd like to come to the front of the stage, we're going to do a quick photo op.
All right, just a reminder that Blair and Barker will continue following the conclusion of this news conference. We'll be joined by Shai Davidi, Ross Atkins, Jim Bowden, and Jeff Passan. The Blue Jays and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. technically putting pen to paper a few minutes ago on that 14-year, $500 million contract extension. Should keep Vladdy Jr. a Blue Jay for the rest of his career. Contract was signed formally. The photographers are getting a chance now to get a shot of Vladdy in his Blue Jays uniform. I kind of rather like the fuchsia sports coat he was wearing, to be honest. I'm gonna leave that on. But anyhow, Vladdy Jr. Officially with the Toronto Blue Jays, 14 years, $500 million contract. I imagine we'll hear from Vladdy in a few minutes. A reminder, the Jays and Atlanta Braves will open a 3-game series tonight. 7:07 is the first pitch at the Rogers Center. And of course, a little bit of interest here in that Alex Anthopoulos, the general manager of the Atlanta Braves, is or was general manager of the Blue Jays when they signed Vladdy. Gosh, it seems like not that
Thank
long
you.
ago as a 16-year-old. All right, back to the Rogers Center. Get man himself, Vladimir Guerrero.
Okay, Vladdy,
Jr.
over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. First, I want to thank God because He's the reason because I'm here. Also, I want to thank the Blue Year organization for believing in me, Mr. Roger, Mark, and Ross. Thank you. I would like to thank my manager, John Snyder, coaching staff, and of course, my team since 2019. The city of Toronto and all the fans, thank you for the love and the support. To my agent, Barry Shapiro, thank you for being there for me. And last, but most important, my family, my wife, my cousins, and of course my dad, my mom, my grandma, my uncle. Thank you for always being there for me.
We'll now open it up for a Q&A, and joining me here on stage is our team translator, Hector LeBron. I would ask that you please raise your hand, wait for a microphone, and because this is being carried live nationally, please state your name and your media outlet. Keegan, we'll start with you.
Hello, Keegan Matheson with MLB.com. Vladdy, what does it mean to you right now to see your teammates and folks here, but especially these front two rows, to look down and see your family here today?
I mean, that means a lot, you know, especially in these days, to me, I always gonna remember this day, you know, and see my family with me and see my team, and they're always here with me, you know, and I feel like this is special, and I don't know how to explain how I feel right now.
The last time we did this with you in terms of a big press conference was your debut. You were 20 years old that day. What would 20-year-old Vladdy think of all of this today?
I say about this is, I always think about this, always, since I'm signed here. I always think I'm gonna be Blue Year forever, and that's what happened today. We thank God we did it, and I'm gonna be Blue Year forever.
Hey, Greg Ross from CBC News. Obviously, if you're going to sign a contract for that amount of time, you have to be pretty comfortable in a place. What do you like about Toronto? What do you like about Canada?
I say the fans. I always say the fans, how they treat us, how they respect my family, how they always come here to give you support, you know, and another thing is the organization, you know, organization. I don't see this like organization, I see this like my family, you know. I've been with this organization since 2015, you know, it's 10 years, so this organization is part of my family.
Hey, Vladdy, Lindsay Dunn, City News. There was this quote that you had saying how your daughter kept saying, "Daddy, are we staying in Toronto?" What was it like, that moment, being able to tell her that she gets to stay here for another 14 years?
She asked me 2 weeks ago if we want to stay here, and I think that moment was a little bit emotional for me because I don't know what I had to say, but when I called her and told him we're gonna spend for 14 more years in Toronto, she is trying, go off and start crying, and so she made me cry. But that she's here, so.
Hi, Rosie DeMano from the Toronto Star. When you made your debut with the Jays, you were really still a boy. Now, obviously, you're a man with a wife and children, but what is the most important thing that you've learned about yourself as a baseball player or anything else?
The most important is I believe in myself, and I know this deal is gonna be done at some point. So I always believe in myself, believe in my agent, and first of all, I always believe in God.
Griff?
Rich Griffin, Exit Philosophy. This question is for Mark. Mark, in March in Florida, you said that you're hoping that Vlad would sign because he'd be a franchise legacy player. Last October, you said he wasn't a generational player yet. What does he have to do over the course of this contract to become that generational player?
Yeah, I didn't say he wasn't. I said that he wasn't at that moment. I said he's on his way, and I think that's true today. You know, he's demonstrated that he's among the most impressive offensive performers in the game, that he brings more joy, which is a form of leadership in the game of baseball, and all he has to do is, you know, the hardest thing, which is, you know, sustain the level of play, remain relatively healthy, you know, and those are, yeah, and this cements that it will be in a Blue Jay uniform, which is the most important thing.
Thanks. Richard Deitch, The Athletic. This question's for Edward Rogers. Edward, why was this the right move for Rogers as a corporation?
Well, this was the right move for the Jays, and that's the way that we looked at it. And as was mentioned, Vlad started his career here. We also considered him family and wanted him to stay right from the start. And it's a great long-term deal that will make the Blue Jays more competitive, increase our chances to win, and be contenders. And we think that this deal will achieve those things.
Mike?
Mike Wilner from Toronto Star. Vladdy, when you look at players who have played their whole career with one team, I mean, a few of them were mentioned, does anyone stand out to you as this is the guy that you sort of want to pattern yourself after, that you want to have that kind of, leave that kind of mark?
Nah, I just think about me. Just me.
Okay, so thinking about you, you were asked what 20-year-old Vladdy would think about today. Can you put yourself in the future and think about what 40-year-old Vladdy is going to be like as someone on his 25th year with this team?
I just think day by day, take day by day, year by year, and I'm going to keep working hard since to my last year. So I just take day by day.
That's wisdom.
Benoît Rioux, Le Journal de Montréal. Vladdy, I saw the picture of you when you were a kid in your exposed jersey. I mean, you were younger than Vladimir on this. How is important still your relation between your family and all the Canada and, of course, the past of your dad?
You know, I'm born here, you know, and this is my second house, you know. This is my second house. I spend a lot of time here in Toronto and Canada, you know, and like I say, when a country treats you right, you gotta. Now, when the country give you love, you gotta give it the love back, you know, and that's what I'm doing right now, giving all the love they give it to me.
Hazel?
Hazel May with Rogers SportsNet. This question's for Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, this is a big commitment. What about Vladdy the person, Vladdy the man that was important to you and your family to make this kind of commitment to him?
Well, I think it was obviously something that the club has worked on for many years, getting ready and seeing the caliber of player that he's grown into. And as Mark said, he's continuing to grow. I think his best days are in the years that are yet to come. And I think I don't know him well as a human being, but I can tell he's a wonderful family man. That's important, very important with me. And his connection to Canada and to wanting to be here, and as he said, making this his second home.
Rob?
Hi, Rob Longley from the Toronto Sun. A question for Ross. Ross, with Vladdy locked up for 14 years now, How does that assist you in building a champion, whether it be around him with players currently on the roster or external additions going forward?
Yeah, and the performance is the obvious one. You know, one of the best hitters in the game. He's been one of the best young players in the game from day one that he entered Major League Baseball, and our belief and faith that he will continue to do that. But I think everybody that talks about Vladdy, that knows him well, that has the privilege of being around him on a daily basis, knows how consistent he is as a human being. And that is the joy, the passion, the grace and respect that he has for other people in the game, and that's everyone, is very attractive to his teammates. And that will continue to be attractive to others that will want to play around him because he brings not only an elite competitiveness, but that signature smile that everyone wants to be around, and certainly I do. So I know his teammates embrace it and will continue to.
Gregor?
Gregor Chisholm, Toronto Star. This is a question for Edward Rogers. Edward, we've heard your name mentioned a lot over the last couple of years in discussions with free agents, obviously the involvement with Vlad. Are you taking a more hands-on approach with the Jays now? And if so, what prompted that change?
I would say that Mark and Ross and their team lead the efforts, and Tony Staffy and I are supportive. And obviously a contract of this size, we would get a little bit more involved with. But our job is to do everything possible to make sure that the team has what it needs to be competitive. And it's something that we want very much, and we've wanted. If it seems like it's new, it's not.
These talks obviously went on for a while as well. Was there any point in time where you said, okay, we just need to get this done, or did you kind of leave that in the hands of Mark, Ross, and the rest of their team?
Well, I believed passionately that Vlad wanted to be here, and we wanted him here. So I believed it would get done. And a deal of this size takes time, and we had the right people on it, and gave the support to Mark and to Ross, and Tony Staffieri was very helpful through the process.
Ian?
Hi, Ian Harrison with Associated Press. I'm not sure who's able to speak to this, but I wonder whether maybe perhaps Mark or Ross could address the signing bonus in this contract and how that benefits the organization, what implications there are there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another mechanism that was a win-win for the team and the player. He benefits from the guaranteed nature of it. There are some small accounting benefits to him, and there's some small accounting benefits to the Blue Jays as well. So it was just an avenue for us to find a way to get closer to the finish line.
Are you able to elaborate on those at all, the accounting benefits?
Probably another day and time for that.
Shai?
Shai Davidi, SPORTSNET. Question first for Edward Rogers. What does a successful ROI on this investment look like through your lens?
The World Series championship coming back to Toronto would be an easy one. But as I say, we strive to every year wanting to put a competitive team out there. And we believe with Vlad at the front of that we're closer.
And just Mark and Ross, how do you go about leveraging this contract to ensure that there is a successful ROI on it?
I mean, we don't think in terms of leveraging certainly individuals as a part of a winning environment, but continue to, similar to how Vlad spoke of it, just lean into each day and try to get better every day is how we'll think about improving this organization from whether it's free agency, trade, player development, every single aspect that we can improve, we'll look to get better.
Rosie?
Vlad, you and Bo came up together. You're good friends. You were in lockstep your entire career. He's now a pending free agent. How significant or meaningful or important would it be to you for Bo to re-sign here and to continue your voyage together?
For me, it's good. I'm feel happy for him. And he's my brother. Everybody know we got 7 year plays together. We ups and downs together, you know, but it's thing I can control that, you know, I can control the destiny of nobody, you know, and I hope he stay here for me, you know, and for the bottom of my heart, but I can control that.
Rich Griffin for Mark again. Mark, one of the tenets that you have and Ross in negotiating contracts is a shared risk. Did you have to compromise on that a little bit because the major part of the risk seems to be for the organization?
I don't know if I'd say that, but risk is fluid, situational. In this case, as I said during spring training, while I was optimistic, we started from a foundation that Vladdy wanted to remain a Blue Jay and that we wanted to keep him a Blue Jay. And then from there, it's just a deal of this magnitude with, what it takes from ownership in order to understand and make that investment. To reach that conclusion involves give and take from both sides and a lot of iterations to get to that point. So it's just more about common goals than shared risk in this case, I think.